Hello, can anyone hear me? So this is my first time trying this, so apologies if I don't get it right. This looks like a fairly dull part score where they've stopped. Should make two spades in comfort, I think. Sorry, I should have looked at the hand a bit before I said that. He's actually, of course, got no entry to the diamond trick, so in fact, two spades is in a bit of trouble. He has three more red losers, so he'll go one down. Okay, four spades on this hand requires a successful spade guess. Low to the king will make four spades. He might make without doing that, but that's certainly one way to make it. One spade by De Boyne actually denied four spades. I suspect that's actually quite a popular treatment now, where after a one hard overcall over one of a minor, one spade shows 0 to 3 spades and double shows 4 or more spades. I can't see any particular reason why Declarer should get the spades right on this hand. So I think he's going to go one down. Low to the jack or 9 picks up more 3-1 breaks than low to the king. If the suit's 2-2, then it's a guess. So because he'll pick up more 3-1s the other way, I think he's low to jack or 9. it sort of looks like the declarer has to lose 2 diamonds, a club, and a spade from here, but South, unfortunately, is going to get end played at some point. So eventually he's going to have to break one of spades and diamonds. If he breaks spades, that kills the spade trick for defense, but I think they can still get 2 diamonds and a club. So I think that's probably one over trick for declarer. Hi, Jack. Can you hear me? I think it's always got an over trick, doesn't he? Diamonds was the one suit that Bathurst couldn't afford to break. I think that's actually cost a second over trick. Not that that's a big deal of him. Cementa now plays a club, and Bathurst has to win, otherwise he loses his club trick, and then he has to either give an entry to dummy or take one of Declarer's finesses for him. But not unreasonably, Cementa tries to set up his long diamond suit, so I think that's back to just one over trick. Okay, Cementa could have still made an over trick then by leading a club, but he just conceded a diamond and a spade. He rejected the spade finesse, thinking that why would Dwyer give it to him, but Dwyer realised that if he played a club or a diamond, then Declarer would be in a position to take the diamond finesse, the spade finesse anyway, so he should just give it to him anyway right now. a lot easier as looking at all the hands than just looking at the two you can see. So south double is take out of hearts. Why I was expecting 4 spades in the south hand. That's why he's been fairly aggressive with his jump. The double to 9-7 of spades with these makes this contract a lot more friendly than it could have been for Clara. He's still got a lot of work to do though. He's got 4 spades, 2 clubs and 2 diamonds. Needs to get a ninth. I guess he gets that by roughing a heart in dummy. But then he's got difficulty drawing trumps. Suppose he doesn't really need to draw trumps. He'll just make his tricks. Except no, the king of clubs gets rough. The single and club with West. So if I had to bet at this point, I guess he'd go 1 down. either both majors or a good hand. It feels like South is worth one more little try though. That'll be some sort of a move. In the other matches going on at the moment, one surprise, New Zealand have been struggling so far in this event. They've jumped out to a 24-0 lead against the defending champions, the Netherlands. South third spade eventually gets pitched on the fourth club in the north hand, so that's why there's no problems making this. You make 5 diamond tricks in the north hand, 2 spade tricks, 3 club tricks, a heart trick in the south hand, and a spade rough in the south hand, for a total of 12. Worth noting that three-no trump can actually go down on this hand, which is, yeah, with a heart lead, you've got 4 hearts and a club to lose, and you've only got 8 tricks, 5 diamonds, 2 spades, and 1 heart. So you definitely want to play in diamonds, ideally at the 6th level. Declarer can make this, but in practice is going to lose a diamond, a club, a heart, and a spade, I think, for 1 down.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Andy. Welcome.
Thank you.
So clearly Declarer can make this by dropping the singleton king of diamonds, but no one yet has seen any reason why he should. And you, Andy?
I just got here, Michael, so I don't know if the heart bid was any indication. Obviously, it wasn't enough indication for them to play the ace of diamonds. About the only thing you could say is that East showed up only with the king of hearts. If he had the king of diamonds, he might have made some noise over the auction, but I don't think he had enough to anything.
Playing for singleton king is a really big play. It's sort of a hero play, so you need something stronger than that.
I agree, especially if the king is on side and you just blew a cold game. So as long as North-South don't find their heart fit, they'll be okay.
Well, it looks like North-South aren't in the bidding.
Well, South has a tempting position right now. He knows that North probably has at least 4, if not 5 spades.
Easy for South to pass.
I think pass is the same bid here. And Al explains that the 2-diamond bid in relation with the use of GABSI tends to limit the type of hand that West has. So North's lead is, maybe I shouldn't say automatic, but holding with that strong of a spade holding, he certainly does not want Declare to be roughing spades and dummy. So a trump lead is pretty much indicated on this auction.
Yeah, his hand strongly suggests a trump lead. Interestingly, Bathurst actually might want to rough spades himself. He can actually rough spades before Declarer can.
Well, they can actually negotiate a spade rough here and pull the last diamond. So It's actually kind of interesting here. Play the jack of spades, a low spade for the ruff, and then a diamond back.
Yeah, that definitely looks best. That would hold declarer to, what is that, 4 diamonds in hand, and probably just 1 spade trick for a total of just 5 tricks, is it?
So North has already figured that out. The only question will be which spade he returns, and I would assume if he plays a jack, he'll return the 5 of spades to ask for a club back. Or at least show his club strength on his hand.
I guess Dwyer's worried that Bathurst has the singleton queen or singleton king of spades, and he doesn't want to go up with the jack if that's the case. It looks like the Keras sort of has to have the king queen though to me. I'm sure he didn't
Okay,
play the ace.
I can't believe he played the ace of spades unless he's playing to smother partner's queen. That does not make any sense.
But he'd want partner to win his queen so that partner could draw another round of trumps.
Well, he didn't go up with the ace of spades, so now we're going to be in the never never land here with the view graph operator. So hopefully he can correct it. Okay, so we see where Michael simply tells us he lost track of the play of the hand, and down 3 was the final result at the other table. 2 spades was down 3. So play will stop here, and the view graph operator might be able to get to redo the play of the hand.
In the other matches we've got going on, Netherlands have clawed back 22 imps against New Zealand, and Poland are out to a 33-0 against Argentina. They're 2 of the biggest swings in other tables.
So now he can lead a low spade here for the ruff. And Schenken in the write-up section makes a good point. Since North had passed originally, could he not make a double of 2 diamonds, showing it as a penalty of spades? You'd have to have a good understanding of the partnership on that one.
North's hand for double looks just normal. If maybe I can't understand why you wouldn't double 2 diamonds as North, but I suppose partner has passed twice.
Yeah, well, yeah, his partner has already passed or opened, by passing. So it's there may be something in the double, but it also could be very risky on this. And the question now is in the merit of whether four hearts played by north-south could make, I don't know, it would be awfully tough. And Shanken is of belief it would make it. It may make because the hands play very well together. So this will be a push board after all the hoopla. It'll be both will be down 3. Not too often when you find yourself going down 3 in a partial for minus 300 and you get a push out of it.
Looking at these boards and this board in the other matches, the scores range from plus 790s in north-south right through to minus 300 for north-south.
Yeah, and the plus 790, of course, getting the game doubled in hearts. So perhaps North should have doubled the 2-diamond bid after all.
To me, it looks like a great hand. You've got 3 aces, you've got a 5-4-3-1 shape. Yeah, it's not great that they've bid your spade suit first, but you're doubling diamonds for takeout and showing your spades all in one. So you're showing your hand pretty well. It could work out badly, but so could pass. Like, there's no certainties in bridge, but it looks like the percentage action to me.
Now, in the other room, there was a little less reason for North to enter the bidding because East decided to bid over 2 diamonds to bid 2 hearts. And then West bid 2 spades, and that was the end of it. So there was less reason for North to get into that auction. He, of course, could have doubled 2 diamonds also, but he chose not to. So actually, they're going to gain 3 imps here. North managed to end play himself in the spade suit.
He could have avoided it, couldn't he, by rising ace of clubs and then cashing the ace of hearts. Does that now squeeze West?
Yeah, that would have squeezed West on that. So that was 3 imps, I think. He could have also avoided it by simply pitching his 9 of spades. He didn't know that, and he can get to partner with the king of clubs and a club back.
Or he could have pitched his ace of hearts, one of my friends points out.
Yeah, he had multiple chances, that's for sure. Now in the other room, South chose a 2-diamond bid here to show a good raise in spades, or at least a forcing bid. Same thing here. And West bid 3 clubs in the other room. And that's how they got the 5 clubs.
The 5 clubs is actually a phantom on this hand because the defence can take 2 club tricks and 2 diamond tricks against either major suit game. But it's understandable that it's in no avail. You'd take the insurance. You don't want to go minus 420.
Well, actually, it's interesting. It wasn't really a phantom yet because they hadn't even bid game. So it was kind of interesting that they that East chose to bid clubs with a hand immediately, just sort of a pre-phantom bid.
That's the best way to bid those sort of things, though, before they've even worked out what they're doing.
No, I agree with you on that. So West now may come in with a 3 club bid, so they're just walking this one up. Or bid 2 no trump to show longer diamonds and clubs there.
Yeah, 2 no trump looks like a good call.
So North has nothing to say here, and East may jump to 4 clubs now. He has actually a good hand, or he may just bid 3 clubs. And South now has a chance to bid 3 hearts.
Italy.
So this may be end the auction, and this will be a pickup for Italy, as they can make 4 clubs here. So a nice auction for them. And you have to give credit to West for not bidding immediately over 2 diamonds, but coming in with a 2 no trump bid. He knew he would have a chance to probably bid again. And consequently, that slowed East down from getting too excited about bidding beyond the 4 level.
The scores on this board are quite amusing. They range from 3 no trump east-west going down 6 for plus 300 for north-south. That happened twice. Right to 3 no trump by north-south going down 3 for 150 to east-west. So both sides have attempted 3 no trumps across the rooms. In fact, the 3 no trumps has been tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times by various declarers.
It must be the Marshall-Miles approach to bidding. So now they'll be making they'll be making 5 here. They needed to cash out their spades immediately.
Making 6, in fact, aren't they?
You're right. They are making 6. They can get rid of all their spades.
Making 5.
So that costs 1 extra imp.
It's actually the 12th trick that was worth an imp.
Yeah, it was cost them 1 extra imp. You're right. So they found the limit on this hand in the closed room in 3 hearts. After 2 passes, South simply opened 3 hearts in the other room.
East West can make 3 clubs, so there is some potential for them to bid.
Yeah, now the possibility of getting to 4 hearts is very strong here for North-South.
It's in fact hard to imagine Bathurst stopping, although they do play precision, so he knows that the North hand isn't fantastic, but he's got a lot of 2 playing tricks there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think this one even approaches the fan part. So now it will be interesting to see what South does with his hand.
This will come down to how well the Kevins know each other's styles. If actually Kevin Bathurst knows that Dwyer can have this little for an open bid, maybe he's only worth an invite. He is, after all, aceless.
I agree with you, Michael, except I think if you're holding the South hand and partner opens, you're going to game with that hand. There's very little reason for you to try to maneuver into the makeable 3 heart spot. Especially once partner with a no trump.
Function of partnership. Right. This is all just a function of partnership style. If the partnership style is to open that North hand, then the South hand is only an invite.
That's a good point. You have to know each other's style, and I think that even knowing each other's style, he would have bid 4 hearts, figuring that he doesn't need a whole lot from partner to make game now.
actually game now might make unless Dubois gives Samantha a diamond drop. The Queen of Diamonds lead has let the game through if Dubois doesn't continue diamonds after winning the first heart.
So do you and the King of Diamonds play the Ten of Hearts? Or do you play the Jack? Is that more deceptive play?
One of those looks right. I guess the Jack's probably slightly better.
Yeah, even the Queen. I was going to say even the Queen. He may think partner as the King. So I have a feeling Wes. Well, he did duck. Okay, so there is a chance now for this thing to go through. So
It does look cold now. I don't think they can shoot it now.
yeah, I agree.
So yeah, I guess it was right to bid game.
Well, and also the Queen of Hearts was the right play. As Shanken was pointing out, yeah, Wes could easily suspect the stiff King of Hearts in the East hand on this, whereas the Jack of Hearts might not produce that. So this will encourage Dwyer to open up more of these hands. Well done.
In fact, he's actually going to make an over trick.
Yes. Yeah, he'll rough a club back and take the diamond hook again. And 7 imps to the U.S., which ties the match. It was interesting in the closed room, the Jack of Diamonds was led, and North decided to go up with the ace. I think they played Roost no leads in the other room, but I'm not positive. And for some odd reason, Declare went up with the ace.
In scores from around the grounds, USA 2 are out to a big lead against Chinese Taipei and are now up to 9th place despite their very poor, slow start.
Yeah, the last yesterday and today, the start today, they've made a big advance. I think they were down to around 19th or something like that when they began the day. But they did face some very tough opponents in the first few rounds. So maybe a little bit easier part of the schedule is ahead of them.
they actually have a very significant match coming up next. They're playing Japan, who I think are exceeding most people's pre-tournament expectations, while USA 2 are probably slightly underperforming. It's a chance if they beat them for them to close the gap on one of the teams. They're going to have to replace one of the teams ahead of them if they're going to qualify.
Here, about the only excitement is whether he will just make 4 in the hand, because it looks like it depends on a club guess. And with a lot of the hearts, I guess if he plays the hearts of the 10, and then the ace of hearts, the queen will keep his heart losers to 1. In the closed room, North bid 2 diamonds over 1 spade, and eventually 3 spades led the ace of diamonds and switched to the 2 of clubs, which made it quite a bit easier for declarer.
So he's misguessed the clubs, so he's going to lose. He's actually going to make 8 tricks now.
Yeah, so 2 imp swing there.
In close matches, now on the new scale, even very small margins are significant. So if the match is close, small swings matter a lot more than if the match is a blowout.
To get some idea what Michael's talking about, just follow the link to the running scores, and you can see the differential between the difference between the imps and the victory point scale.
As an example, if you're currently losing the match by 2 imps and you pick up 4 imps, that's worth over 1 VP, whereas if you're already winning by 20 imps and you pick up 4 imps, that's worth less than one, like about 3/4 of a. So the imps are much more important when the match is close.
So we notice in the closed room that East chose a 3 club bid over 1 heart. North will be disappointed his king of clubs is useless. So Declarer has a lot of work to do here. He has to, he looks like he's going to have at least 2 diamond losers, 2 club losers, and he's going to have to keep his spades down to 1 loser. With him making 3 clubs in the other room, though, going down 1, he'll still gain a couple imps on the board.
Two clubs, 2 diamonds, and a spade is okay, though. He might actually make this.
Yeah, Shanken points out that he'll probably lead the Queen of Spades because he already knows where the King of Spades is on his hand, especially once the the Ace of Clubs is located. East can't have too much more.
Well, that depends on your opening style, I guess. If they can 10 count, then it makes it a lot harder, actually, that sort of inference. So interestingly, I think actually the defense can beat this contract by switching to diamonds now and setting up a trump promotion later in the play.
Before knocking out the Ace of Clubs, though.
Yeah, it's too late for that now.
Right, yeah. So one of the spectators asked regarding the 4 clubs played by Declare at trick 1 rather than the king, and the reason was West is not leading from the ace, queen, jack. He's not leading the queen of clubs, so South knows where the ace of clubs is, and he probably wants West to hold the lead and not make any other switch, just continue clubs. In other words, there's no benefit for South to play the king of clubs unless he needs East to be on lead.
Well, given Samantha has found the diamond switch, maybe he did well to duck. Although, if he covers that, that actually removes the club entry, so it doesn't matter. It's too late once there's no ace of clubs for the trump promotion.
Right. He had to make the. Well, it's interesting. If you shift it to a diamond, well, I guess he could do it. Shifting to a diamond at trick 2. I was going to say you just lead a club and break the communications that way, perhaps. And also the other possibility, which I was going to mention, and actually I can type faster than I can talk, is simply rise up with a king of diamonds on the diamond switch, and then continue with a club to break the communications between the 2 hands.
That doesn't work because then East has the diamond queen as the diamond entry. So you play the club, they win the ace of clubs, and then they play a diamond, the ace, diamond, the queen, and the 13th diamond. And I think that's good enough now for the trump promotion.
On the trump promotion, though, you can get rid of your club, so you don't have to rough a club now. Don't you have the same thing? Oh, maybe not. Maybe you're right.
West roughs with the 7, and that forces the ace, then creates 2 trump tricks.
Yeah. Yeah, it all comes down, he had to shift to a diamond at trick 2. That was bottom line. So a good play now here, ducking the diamond. I can win the king of diamonds, and he says no entry to his hand anymore. Now heart to the king and the queen of spades, or even the 10 of spades, but probably the queen of spades.
Oh, we've missed something, actually. There is still a trump promotion on for the defense. Declarer has to cross to the king of hearts and rough a club, and also cross the hand to make the spade play. And I think he can't do it all.
Okay, play the king of hearts, then play the queen of spades, king, ace, ace of hearts, and a heart back. Is that, then the 7 of spades sets up. He can rough with the 8 of spades. Yeah, he can rough with the 8 of spades, you're right.
So we've missed that all earlier. I think it's still going to go 1 down.
Unless he can to sneak in the 9 of spades. So 1 down is still a 2 and pick up for them.
So actually, what if Declare had risen with the king of diamonds on the 2nd round of diamonds? Now he crosses to the king of hearts, leads the queen of spades, king of ace, Now leaves ace of hearts, another heart. Now when he's rough, he can pitch his losing diamond, and so he's home again.
It's intriguing, all right. I think I was just focusing on the fact that he's going to play the queen of spades, and they'll cover and then spade back, but he can't even do that. So he does have to rough a club somewhere along the line. So now he can't be careless here on the hard. He has to play the 8. Okay, so down 1. Good defense.
So that really was quite a cute little part score hand. It's often the part scores that have the more interesting card play aspects to them. The slams, it's more about the bidding. Once you're in them, they're usually fairly straightforward in the play. The part scores often offer much greater scope for both declarer and defense because the assets are more evenly divided and both sides have things they can do at various points.
Right, and actually this was a great hand, teaching hand as far as the value of spot cards was concerned. Ace-8 of spades turns out to be the main killer in that line of play.
Well, the Ace-8 in combination with West-7, which is also a vital card. If West didn't have the 7, it wouldn't have been any good.
Right. You see, just the spot cards themselves is kind of interesting on the play. So here in the other room we see that they went to 4 hearts, made 6. Which is a pretty remarkable game, considering they have a 9-card diamond fit.
Yeah, diamond slam looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, the diamond slam looks pretty good. The 4-3 heart fit is interesting.
So let's look at the play on a diamond slam. Okay, first of all, you've got the trump suit. If you play to pick up the trump suit for no losers, you're going to basically bang down ace king, and that works when there's single and queen or 2-2, so that's 52.5%. Then you've got to deal with the 2 major suits. If you've picked up the diamonds for no loser, I think you're cold now, aren't you? Because you can end play someone in one of the major suits to give you the guess in the other major suit.
Yeah, in either suit you can end play them. You can play the ace king. If you pick up the diamond, you can just play the ace king of spades on a spade, or you can play the ace king of hearts on a heart, and you automatically have your 12 tricks.
But that's assuming you don't have a trump loser.
Right, if you don't have a trump loser, right? If you pick up the queen of diamonds, then the slam is frigid. What's interesting is that West and the other room decided his hand was good enough for a 3 club bid, and that kind of twisted the whole auction around. That's how North-South ended up in their 4 heart contract.
Now let's say you have a diamond loser. Now what you can do is you can cash the ace king of clubs and throw whoever's got the queen of diamonds in, and they have to give you one of the major suit guesses. So now you've got to guess one remaining major suit, and given you're going to get a lot of information before you make that guess, you hope to get it right more than half the time. So it looks like something like 80%.
Yeah, I think it's a very high percentage slam, and also if they guess the lead hearts for you, you might not even have to guess the other suit at all.
That's a good point. Heart lead, and it could be all over. Maybe as high as 90% in reality with the practicalities of what's going to happen.
So it looks like there's some rooting for the north-south to get to the slam here. I admired that 3 club bit in the other room. I don't think I would have the ability to make that bid with a straight face at the table.
It's actually becoming fairly normal for some pairs as a style. That first seat not vol against vol, your preempts really just show a pile of crap. They don't really show any values at all.
Well, the pile of crap is right. I think this one is one of the bigger piles. But East carried through, and the vulnerability, of course, is a big part of it. East carried through with a 4 club bid, and that just left north-south guessing as to where they were supposed to play.
The M-scale protects you so much in these situations. If you're not vol against vol, even if you end up going 5 down double, the M-scale dampens that loss, and the potential to talk them out of a 13-imp swing if they miss a slam is just huge.
Right. So here you need, you're going to get, if you get a safe lead of a club, and then you have to figure out how to play the diamonds. This may take a little bit of time with the club lead. Of course, he has no idea what the distribution is because East-West have been totally quiet here.
Well, the club lead looks fairly automatic with Queen Jack 10, so indeed Samantha does lead a club. I mean, I'm sure he'll take a bit of time with it, but I think in the end he'll just go with Ace King of Diamonds on the basis that, or maybe King first, on the basis that if he has no trump loser, he can claim, and if he does have a trump loser, he's still in. Is King of Diamonds right first here? Is that the safety play here to avoid 2 trump losers?
See, if you have Queen 10 fourth on your right, you can protect that. If you have Queen 10 fourth on your left, yeah, I guess you can protect the Queen 10. We have Queen 10 8 fourth though. 8 Queen 10 8 deuce.
I think you're fine, so long as you cash the king first with either 4-0 break. So actually, I think that's what he'll do: cash the king of diamonds, and then they follow the second diamond, he'll basically be claiming.
Well, yeah. Once he gets past the stage of cashing the 2 diamonds, the question will be whether he's playing for 6 or 7 then.
He won't be playing for 7. Playing for 7 would be risking going down in a cold contract.
No, I mean, by saying 6 or 7, he'll be paying for 6 or 7. He'll play the ace of hearts and take a heart hook. If that loses, he's got a spade pitch.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. You don't actually need to do that.
No, he's not risking his contract to play for 7. He's either going to make 6 or 7, I think. So he did play the king of diamonds, and now I think the rest of it is academic. He'll play a diamond to the ace, cash the club. And he can play the ace of hearts on a heart and claim. And so well done here, but you have to give credit to the West in the other room who opened 3 clubs and was able to make it very difficult for North-South to get into the option. So we've noticed the 2 big swings are more. Yeah, sorry about that, Mike. I was going to say the 2 big swings for East-West have been the 2 slam hands, 21 and board 21 and 28.
There's apparently a director's call on 21. I don't know what the outcome of that might be.
So this looks like a pedestrian 4 hard contract unless they decide to make something exciting out of it. So north-south play 14 to 16, no trumps, not ball, and as Jack points out, 15 to 17, one ball in the third and fourth seat. Actually, in fourth seat, their card says they always play 15 to 17. And so this is a coffee round hand. Michael, do you have any idea what the director call was on board 21?
It was to do with the break in tempo during the auction. I think there was an alleged break in tempo before North's 5 diamond call.
So Al makes a good point. We're not even halfway through the this round robin. We still have 11 more rounds to go after this. So getting to the top 8 at this point is not yet clinch anything.
No, it certainly doesn't. At this stage, only Poland and Italy have anything resembling comfort, and even they could probably miss out if they had a terrible second half. But this is actually a really good result for the USA 1 team. This is a team that they'll be delighted to have got a win against, because it's the sort of team they're going to have to beat if they want to win the Bermuda Bowl.
So Al, giving an explanation of 2 diamond being basically an 18 to 19 balanced with no 5-card major. Three clubs appears to be some type of puppet. So in the written section, Jack and Shankerton are talking about the fact that one no trump appears to be the wrong result posted, because it's very difficult to go down in one no trump from the west hand.
I'm not sure that couldn't go down is right. The way the play went, the clearer had 4 diamond tricks and 1 heart trick, sorry, and 2 heart tricks, but didn't actually have.
And he got a spade trick. Well, he had 7 tricks, and now he may have messed up on one of them.
Yeah, you're right. It's 7 tricks. Sorry, I was missing the spade trick.
I'm kind of interested in this auction. I don't know if 3 clubs is like a drop dead statement. I have no idea what 3 hearts is on this hand. So if Al can help us out on this, Al Hollander, who is really the guru on all these conventions, it would be appreciated.
I'm fairly sure 2 diamonds was 18-19 balanced, and 3 clubs
Right.
was stamen, and 3 hearts showed no 4-card major.
Well, yeah, and I'm wondering why 3 diamonds would be no 4-card major. Why would 3 hearts be? That's what is kind of throwing me off. I think.
3 diamonds would have shown a 4-card major. 3 spades would have shown 5 spades, and 3 no trump would have shown 5 hearts, I believe.
Is that the way you think they'll play it that way? That sounds reasonable. Okay. And he's decided to play in what he hopes is a 4-3 fit.
This hand was not a good advertisement for the treatment of opening those 18-19 balanced hands, 2 of a minor.
And at least you have the right person declaring the hand. With the diamond suit behaving, and he's able to ruff a spade, he actually comes very close to making this thing.
I'll back him to go down. King of hearts and another heart.
Well, now he has some chances here. He can start running diamonds at north.
Yeah, ducking that heart looks like an error to me, but maybe I'm missing something.
And of course, declarer is not yet aware of the 5-1 break. And now he is. And that's the end of the train. So that's 2 more imps for the U.S. on this one. Who've built up a 18 imp differentials so far.
I just checked the official results, and they're also showing one to Trump going down. So my guess is somehow declarer did find a way to go down in one to Trump in the other room. That is, in fact, a genuine score.
Okay. Yeah, it may very well be that viewgraph operator just lost the thread of the play of the hand, and just somewhere along the line, maybe the play wasn't exactly the way we saw the first few cards being played.
So that's the thing. Kavitsa points out maybe declarer tried to take a diamond finesse at some point.
Or maybe set up a club trick, who knows? Yeah. In the closed room, North made some type of systemic 2-diamond overcall of 1 heart. And eventually they got to 3-no Trump. Here the bidding appears more natural. And North has pretty easy 3-no trumpet, I think, at this point.
Kavitsas are asking, would I pass the south hand? I might well open it, but for these guys it's a clear-cut opening because they're playing precision, and so their 1-diamond opening basically denies a reasonably good hand. It shows something like 10 to 15 balanced or semi-balanced or some diamonds.
Yeah, and you have to be in love with the spot cards in this one. 3 10s and a couple 9s. So perfect for no
For
trump
me, it's
play.
a clear-cut opening, and I don't play precision, but for these guys it's even more automatic.
Now, especially with the Jack of Hearts lead, now you can maneuver to for 4 heart tricks. You can actually unblock here if you want to. But I wouldn't. So he'll play the 5, and then he's going to double finesse on the keep finessing on the hearts.
Actually, there is probably a bit of merit to unblocking here.
So he's got 4 heart tricks, 3 clubs, and 2 spades to start with, which is not too bad if you're in 3 no trump. I always find it disheartening when I open a 5-card major. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
I was just saying it's actually nice here. He's forcing East to make some discards, which will possibly help him further in the play.
And I was going to say, it's got to be a little bit disheartening to open a 5-card major and have the opponent's bid no trump and take 4 tricks in your major.
And then it has to pitch a spade, I guess. The club pitch is trivially bad. And if he pitches a diamond, the declarer can cross to the ace of clubs and play a diamond to the 9 and now has 3 diamond tricks. Given how long it's taken for me to find this pitch, I think he'll get it right if he does pitch a diamond. Or perhaps declare the operator just lost the play.
Yeah, probably. I think.
So this is our last board. Thanks to Andy for joining me, and thanks everyone for listening, and thanks also to all our text commentators. I hope you've enjoyed watching this match with us. South's one heart bid in the Bathurst Dwyer system shows 8 to 11 any.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. It's been the last 3 plays has been.
The only thing that's South denied is 5 spades, 8 to 11 any shape apart from that.
No, I spoke too soon, obviously. They pushed for the racing.
So this player has got 3 spade tricks, 2 heart tricks.
Yeah, this actually
3
may give
diamond
him
tricks.
3 spade tricks here.
Yeah, he's got 3 spades now. 3 spades, 2 hearts, 3 diamonds, and a club already. 3 5. That's 9 tricks, and he'll make a 10th trick somewhere. This won't go down. Either the 13th heart or leading a club towards the queen, and possibly a 13th club as well. He'll probably still make an over trick.
So Barnett, talking about the 2 boards that still need to be cleared up. One is the possible misscore on board 30. We don't know if that is the right score or not, although we suspect it might have. It's close. And board 21, as you mentioned, the problem with the bidding from 5 diamonds to 6 diamonds after apparently a lengthy pause regarding the 5 diamond bid, I would assume.
Yes, that's what we were told.
So if those go in favor of Italy, then the score will change drastically to only a 2 or 3 imp victory for the U.S. If not, then it'll be an 18 imp victory. So right now, the U.S. stands to gain 14.6 victory points on this match. Now, the pause here by North is, at this point, he only has 9 tricks, assuming diamonds don't break and the hearts don't break. So he's trying to safely play the clubs to guarantee his 10th trick here. So now he'll test the diamonds and then the hearts. And this should be a 1 pickup for Italy here. And you notice the play of the hand is a little bit different in 4 because you want to make sure you make your bid since you've overbid. Well, you haven't overbid, but you've got a level higher than 3 no trump than you'd like to be. So you want to just guarantee your contract. That's what you're aiming for. And he'll claim his 4, and that'll be it. So thank you, everybody, and thank you to you, Michael. Thank you to Barnett and Jen there. So join us shortly again at another match coming up. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.